Hi, my name is Chris Ryan and welcome to the Forest of Arden. Today we're going to show you how you can take advantage of those good drives that you hit by showing you 3 things that you can do on the golf course to help you be more efficient with your shorter irons into the green. So welcome to the Forest of Arden. You've joined me on the 16th hole, this fantastic par 4 behind water behind me. So we're going to talk to you in this video about how you can become a little bit more efficient with your shorter irons, and this is a fantastic example. So if I'm playing this 16th hole, I've hit a fantastic drive here, I've left myself in A1 position, I need to try and take advantage of that. And what we're going to do in this video is give you a few little points that you can consider when you're practicing or even out on the golf course, which might help you be a little bit more accurate with your shorter irons. So the first point, and this one is something that I can't unfortunately in this video help you with, but it is really, really important that you try and do this if you're looking to perform better from these situations, and it's just knowing yardages. Now that comes in a different few formats. So let's go through the shot that I'm faced with. I've got 106 yards to the front of the green, and I know that the flag is on 17 yards. And I have to then try and factor in how far the back of the green is behind that flag. Now, 106 to the front is actually over here to the right-hand side of the green. So on a direct line to that flag, I've probably got around about 108, 109 to carry the water. The flag is then going to be about another 15 yards back from that. So that puts that flag at about 120, 121. I reckon I've got about 7 yards of green to the back of the green. So that gives me 127 to the back edge. So I've got sort of on the line of the flag, I've got about 110 to carry the water. I've got about 115 to the flag and about 121, 122 to carry the green. Those numbers I really need to know, but they're not going to be any use to me unless I know how far my clubs go. So the first point really, and something that you need to try and do away from the golf course, is just really try and appreciate how far your clubs go, and then really start to think about on the golf course some yardages that are really important for you. That carry distance, I need to know that. And I also really want to know how far it is to fly the green at the back. Once I've got those numbers, I can start to select a club and I can start to pick where I want that ball to land on the green. I'm going to try and land this around about that 120, which is about the flag, and then the flag we say about 130 to carry the green. So 120 is what I'm trying to land this ball. So that brings us on to our second point. Now, the second point is really just about swing length and matching up what you do with your body and what you do with your arms. I've got a pitching wedge for this shot. Now, I could probably hit my 52 gap wedge. I could probably even get my 56-degree wedge to that flag. But that's not really going to help me swinging those clubs as hard as I can. It isn't really going to give me any benefit. The greens are quite receptive, so I'm going to select my pitching wedge. And what I really want you to try and feel when you're doing these swings is that when you stop turning your shoulders, your arm swing stops. So if we could put a line up from the outside of my foot, I'd never want my hands to go past that line. Now, if you video me hitting a 7-iron or a driver, my hands may well go past that line, but I'm looking to achieve a little bit more distance through those swings. With this, I'm looking for a little bit more control. So as I said a moment ago, I want to feel that when I finish my rotation on my shoulders, my arms are going to feel quite short, almost a little bit more in front of my chest. So everything's going to be a little bit more synced up in the backswing. That's going to make it much easier to sync things up on the downswing, strike, follow through, etc. So the second point here will be just to feel like we're making a much shorter arm swing in the backswing. We're never really letting this right arm fold too much or the arms travel too far. As soon as the arms travel too far, they've got to catch up on the way down. And then we start to struggle more with distance control and more with strike. So second point here is just take more club than you need and control the length of the backswing. Got my putter cover here because this is going to help us with our third point. Going to place this under your trail arm. Now, if you watch some of the best wedge players, Jason Day recently had a fantastic week at the WGC. This was obviously filmed a few weeks before this video is coming out. Rory McIlroy is another good example. You'll watch them hit their wedge shots and they are very, very connected on the way through. Their arms never really finish much above this kind of point. And I can get that feeling by placing this head cover under my trail arm. So very, very good practice would be take your putter cover and just feel what it would be like to make some swings, keeping that cover in place, feeling very, very connected with that short follow through. The short follow through is absolutely fine because we're making this shorter, more controlled backswing. We really want to try and match that on the way through as well. We don't want huge amounts of arm swing because again, that's going to make it more difficult to do the things that we want to do. Control the distance, control the flight, and control the strike. So hitting some shots in practice with a head cover under your arm is actually going to help you both backswing, but also downswing as well. So we're really looking for this nice curtailed, shorter follow through, still rotating the body fully through, but I haven't let my arms kind of travel up around here like they might do for a full swing. So if you're looking to be a little bit more accurate with your shorter irons, 2 swing points. And the first point was really just to know your yardages. If you can do those things, you can make sure that from this situation, you're always using a putter for your next shot. Right, let's see if I can sort of practice what I preach. So I'm going to try and land this. What did I have? About 109 to the front, flags on 15. So yeah, about 120. About 120, I want to hit this ball. Okay, so shorter backswing, shorter follow through. See if we can get it pretty close to that flag. And that's not too bad. I've pushed it a tiny bit out to the right, but you can see that the distance was perfect. It's just probably about 15, 16 feet out to the right of the flag. But from this situation on putting, I've given myself a chance at a birdie. And because that was controlled, I never really felt like I was going to miss the green with that club. So if you're looking to be a little bit more accurate with your shorter irons, make sure you follow those 3 points. And I guarantee you'll be using your putter for your next shot and give yourself more birdie opportunities. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope that helps. Usual stuff is down below. You've got a comments box down there, you've got a like button, and also over here, there's a button which allows you to be a free subscriber of my channel. Would love to have you along for the journey. Thank you for watching. We shall see you back here again soon.